Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aisosa, and today we are going to be uncovering the life of a visionary, how to move from deep neck seasons to actually blossoming and thriving, how to move from seasons where it feels overwhelming, frustrating, it feels like all the doors are just shut against you, and how to move to a season where it's like, oh boy, a lot of doors are opening onto me. How are you going to do it? First things first, this video is strictly for visionary and people who have been called to serve God's people. If you are neither of them, you can actually skip and maybe go to my short section to just catch a moment of laughter and joy. But if you are a visionary, let's delve right in. First things first, I want you to know that this season is normal. It happened before in the Bible. For instance, Elijah said, I am not better than my father. Even Jesus Christ himself was in this season and he was like, let this cup pass over me. But he actually had to change it because that sentence alone could alter the course of humanity. So in seasons like this, you have to be very much careful with what you say, because we now are after the order of Christ. So we have to be careful with our choice of word in seasons. Is everything beautiful? Yes, you are going to say it. Is everything not also beautiful? Yes, we're still going to say it's beautiful because it's depending on your perspective of your season. So I think let's take it slowly. We talked about Elijah when he said he's not better than his fathers. We talked about Jesus when he said, let this cup pass over you. What have you said in recent time? Oh, I'm not just ready for this blueprint. No, I need my first $1 million. Oh, no, it's not yet time for this. Oh, you always have excuses. I was in administration 8 years ago. Jesus, time flies. 8 years ago. And she said, if you're going to say, I want to make money before I can do the purpose of God, you would spend your whole life looking for that money and you will end up not doing the purpose of God. Because how much is really enough for your purpose? How much do you really need to start that purpose? The truth is that money is an enticer. You say, I want to make my first $1 million. You make it and you're like, I want to make my first $1 billion. Like, you keep increasing the bar. I remember a time in my life when I just needed to sell my skill to make money. And I was like, oh, I just want to sell my skill. When I got my my first paycheck, I was like, I can be more. I can do more. I started drilling myself. This is what I need to do. This is how much I need to upscale. And I kept on making more, making more, making more. Until I told myself, like, okay, you've proven your point. You can make money, but how much is more for your purpose? How much is more for your life? How much is really more for you to pen the instructions of God for your life? How much is more? Have you ever sat down one day and said that, how much am I even looking for to start this thing God has been urging me to begin? How much am I? Have you ever? Do you even know that when you sit down to actually count the cost, sometimes you can just design a flyer. Oh, please, I need XYZ amount. I'm calling for sponsorship, partnership, and people would even come and give to that cause because God might have been nudging it in their heart, but because you are just sitting down. You're just sitting down, you've not created flyer, nobody know that there's an assignment like that. That it's like God is creating an ecosystem of Paul, start up this intercessory group, put out a flyer. And God is also speaking to Peter that I want you to be interceding for people. It is not your platform, it is a platform that you will come across on media and you would actually intercede with the convener. But because Paul is like, cannot even pray for 30 minutes though. Wetin I wan go create flyer for? Why I wan go create flyer? Now me you wan go disgrace. And God is telling you, just start it. Just start it. And you're like, oh no, you just focus on your inadequacy like Moses. I don't even know what to say, because if you're in that season of a visionary, I want you to know that obedience is key. And every time I commune with God, I ask Him, I say, God, give me an insight into this future you are building with my life. give me an insight. Every day I pray. Because I cannot comprehend your instructions. One moment I feel like it is 7 life in one. The other moment I feel like we are just 20 being doing the purpose. Because it's a whole lot. I just finished crying. I was like, God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? But guess what? I have started. And you can start too. You can start too. You should start. The life is an ecosystem whereby you want to be helped, but you also have to help other people. So if you're not willing to help other people, how do you want people to help you? You have to bring yourself forward. Yes, I want to help humanity, so that humanity in turn can help you. Every time I commune with God, I say, give me an insight into the future you are building. Give me an insight. It's the prayer I can just put on my lips for a whole week in a month. And guess what? The way God speaks to me, He always brings it. That my daughter, this, that. So recently, I got into communication with the number 3 person of a beautiful country that I have always been, reaching out to, blah, 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 blah. I have always been trying to, make communications with them, do everything. I think I tried in the year 2021, 2022. It has not been working. Guess what? God just brought it on a platter of gold and He said, my daughter, take everything you're looking. In fact, if I'd even gotten what I wanted 2021, do you know I would not have even been recognized? The number 3 person of the state would not know me. Like, it would have just been, you shall know one person, and that is okay. But the purpose I have is not just for the common man. It's for king, priest, people in top political positions. So imagine just knowing a random person who has no affiliation with what God wants me to do. It has just been a waste of my time. Yes, because as I said, God, if you know it's not going to work, you will not have allowed me to know this stretch. And now you did not allow me. I cried. Sometimes you have to know that purpose is not emotional. Purpose is spiritual. Purpose is not based on your feeling. You want something that does not mean God is going to give you now. Is now the set time? People say, yes, the set time to favor of Zion has come. Yet, is it the set time? Is it the appointed time? Jesus could have been baptized at before when He was. He could have been baptized at 5, 4, 3, 2. But there was a set time for Him to get baptized. There was a set time for Him to depart the earth. When is your set time as a visionary? When is it your set time for you to do that which God has mandated you to do? The whole world is very crazy. Very, very crazy. And I'm trying not to talk about my country, particularly in this video. But if you can, launch out. Before I would say, if I don't do it, God will raise another. It's a lie. That feeling that you think that we are much. We are not much. We are not much. We are few that can speak the truth and the mind of God. Dust your lens. If you do anything you use, they talk and come aside. My take home for this video is that launch out in obedience in and all season. Number 2, trust God. Hey, if I had gotten what I wanted 2021, it would have flopped. I would have been writing proposal upon proposal. But God made it so beautiful that I am working in like close knit with this number 3. Like I did waka in a. There are some things God will do that you just be like, now my life you just change. Even when God turned again the captivity of Zion, even the Zion people, even I feel for their eye. It's just like saying, God, I need 100 naira. And God just give you 100,000. Do you understand how many 100 naira you can get from 100,000? There's some things God just do, and you just know it is God. This is it. As a visionary, it is okay to be in that season, but keep hope alive. What has God told you? What has God told you? In fact, I remember I was discussing with my best friend, and I was telling her that even those days we use palm oil to fry prawn crackers. I still knew that Jay, this morning, I will have it, and I will have it in abundance. There are things I just know. How do I know? God has said it. God has said it, and He will do it. So to everyone in this season, I want you to go back, reread your old journals, refresh your mind on what God has told you. It is easy to get lost when you're hustling and bustling. Yes, it is easy to lose trail. But come back. Come back. There are a lot of people you think are doing your own part of purpose. They are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. A lot of them now, if you even go through their media profile, they are not doing anything. I personally had to go and re-energize myself by placing myself in rooms. I paid for it. Yes. Because I felt, oh, other people will do it, I can just do it on the low. You have to do it on the high. If you are doing purpose, be loud about it. Be loud about it. Again, my name is Aisosa. I don't want this video to be too long. I hope you just caught one or two things. I will see you in my next video. Bye.